But then here this morning in AMD, let me add this to the timeline. There was a moment here in AMD. Yeah, it was right here. I set a marker for it. You can see the marker right there. I was watching this AMD on a pullback here, and I saw this pullback, and it just looks so strong here. And I saw this pullback, and it came down to here, and then I started looking at these nodes over here. Where could I lean against? Where was there buying, like institutional buying on the way up, where if this thing came down and dropped out, there would be institutional buyers more than likely interested in picking up more at those better prices. And I could identify this spot and this spot. And so I was thinking these 130s, and I think I'm talking about it here. And it drops out just to there, drops the stops down to the 30s. And that's where I was looking at these nodes here with like maybe a stop down here, or maybe even you could cut it even tighter there. Like if they don't hold that one, try again down here later. You know, you could do it either way. But look at the reaction off of this spot. They just bought it up straight from there, and it charges to highs. And this is a very high probability trade right here. It's tough to look at it like back here when it's the hard right edge and imagine it dropping out, but that's what you kind of have to do. You have to anticipate what would be the shakeout move that if you were a professional you would try to do. Where's everyone's stop? Well, everyone's stop's probably right there. So I'm looking to try to get in on where those stops are likely puking their positions is where I'm trying to buy, because the likelihood is that there's going to be a lot of market orders coming in on the buy side to bring this thing back up to its expected fair value, I think, given the nature of the earnings positivity and the drive up in the first few minutes. So that's exactly what happened, but you can just go ahead and roll the tape of that. It was a pretty good moment. And of course, AMD, that's Apple on there, but AMD here still at 101, 102, and ended the day today at, gosh, what was it? 109s. So let's roll the tape and watch it. Microsoft, it's 342. I'm gonna set a 342.50. Here is AMD trying to find a base around 150. ES just stuck in its pre-market range. I'd like to see this move out first, but Microsoft's just on a buy spree, just ripping. Wow, what a drive. Very nice drive, opening drive in Microsoft. I'll set a 343 high day. Very nice drive in Microsoft. Here is AMD coming in. Tesla's starting to approach its pre-market low. Amazon coming into pre-market highs. Apple, Nvidia, and Microsoft. I think this Microsoft is the institution, like a fund pouring into Microsoft. 344 high day, and then Google. I'll set a high there as well. Nvidia 415 high day. Go back to Microsoft. I'm not sure this is sustainable. And here comes that TGTX back in. Google looking strong. Microsoft looking very strong. Amazon I think is interesting because it's got this resistance here that it needs to deal with. Here's AMD trying. Wonder if they're going to run the stops down to these 30s, like right there, and that's the entry. Yep. Yep. That was it. That was the entry down in the 30s right there. You could see it. I was just looking at these spots for somewhere to lean on. What a nice little scalp that is. Boom. Wow. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm gonna set a marker there. That was gorgeous. For the whole play from the 30s all the way up, that's just beautiful. That play is over now, but beautiful.